All right. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I am sick, so I'm probably gonna sound a little different. I'm probably gonna like clear my throat and cough a lot here. Uh, Going to the fair. Hell yeah. Nice, nice. I hope you have a lot of fun there, Pensy. Um, so yeah, I figured we go ahead and hop on into it here, especially since I'm not feeling like super great. I didn't want to miss it though, because this is my favorite stream of the week. I get to see you guys' like wonderful artwork and whatnot. You guys will just have to put up with me like often. I'm so sorry. Um, oh great, there we go. Now the mic's back. Started to sound like I had a little bit of a pop or something on the end there. Aw, thank you, Pansy. Yeah, it's just like kind of like a cold. Like my throat is a little sore. I'm congested, that kind of thing. So it's not like I'm like crazy sick or anything. So I'm just whining. All right, let's hop on over here. Hopefully, some more people will join here. Um, I should have been more on top of this, but we don't have quite as many submissions today, which is totally fine. But we're gonna kick it all strong here. We got Pensy right away. Hey, I know this guy. I know this person, and they're giving me a hug because they're awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love hugs. Um, Pensy wrote, "Here are my safe for work Inktober picks I've done so far. Hope you like the last two are from your list. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really like that you've been participating in the sketching and stuff. That makes me like super happy here. All right. So first up here we got Pensy's OC as Hornet from a Silk Song. Yeah, words and titles, which looks excellent. Looks very very smegzy. I absolutely love how like seamlessly and easily you take your OCs and put them in cosplays from various games and comics and stuff. Do such a good job with that. The pose is on point. The hands looking absolutely great here. Looking fantastic. I love it. Let's move on to the next one here. And then this is their latest banner here, which is also super, super cool, super neat. We got your like succubus character here. We got a little like super cute bear character. We got Kenta, and then we got your werewolf character here. This is looking absolutely great. I need to make a better banner too at some point. My banner's kind of honestly my banner's kind of lazy. I kind of took like uh my be right back one and kind of like chopped it up and threw it across there. So maybe what we can do is you guys can help me figure out what would be cool for like a banner for my social media. So yeah, but this is awesome. I love this. I love that how they all have like different expressions. You can see their different personalities, especially your werewolf here with like the kind of like uh, disapproving look. I really like it. It's really awesome. Moving on to your next one here, you have your werewolf in a more full werewolf like form here. This is the one with like the darker hair, I believe. Or is this the one with the white hair? Hold on. I think that's the one with the darker hair, right? Yeah, yeah. Did a really good job with this. Obviously, you are an experienced. Oh yeah, Aiko. An experienced fur extraordinaire as far as creating like anthropomorphic characters. So you do a really really good job with your structure on your werewolves. I love like the whole flippy hair. I'm also like really a fan of the flippy hair for some reason. I don't know why. Um, I try. Oh my god! So I was super excited for that game, Blue Protocol Star Residence, right? Because I was like, oh shit, an anime MMO. And so I made a character, and I made a character with like the flippy hair, kind of like this. But the game kind of sucks. Like that might be a hot take, but I'm like not happy with it. I was like, this is actually pretty weak sauce. So I ended up uninstalling it. But it's called Blue Protocol Star Resonance. It's like a free to play anime MMO. Very, very parentheses on anime MMO because it's like, I don't know. I was mostly disappointed because, like, you know how in games when you first start and, it usually takes like, at least a minute or two to like kill an enemy. This is like, I killed like every enemy in seconds and like moved on to like the next like quest line. And I was like, that's not exciting. I mean, I don't think it. I mean, it's okay. It's just very, very watered down. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more of the MMO experience where, like, it takes you a little while to level up and, you know, that kind of thing. It takes you what makes you feel rewarded for getting stronger and progressing through the game and whatnot. I'm getting really sidetracked here, but I picked up Cyberpunk, and I really need to test to see if my computer can stream it because I really really like the game so far, but I don't know if my computer is going to be able to handle. Maybe if I don't have like my model like on and stuff like that, I might be able to swing it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Of that, it's like kind of like, but like so like Honkai Star Rail, even though it's like cross-platform with like phones and stuff, is actually a really good game. I stopped playing it, but I really enjoyed it when I was playing it. So, ooh, you got Expedition 33. Oh my god, I want to play that so bad. I'm also really worried that my computer is not going to be able to handle that either. But oh, good news, guys. I don't know if I said it last time or not, but we picked up Havoc a Steam Deck. So she's gonna start streaming again here soon, and she'll be able to play like some more games and like stream now that she has like a better kind of like PC setup. So I haven't got to start it yet because of, oh yeah, yeah, I saw that. That was like super scary. Like I am so sorry that you had to like experience that. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So we got the mid grade one for the OLED mid range one, because there wasn't like too terribly much difference between like the mid grade and the highest one. Like pretty much it was like you got like a glare free screen and you got some more storage and like a startup movie, and that was like the only difference. So we were like, we can just slot in like SD cards to like upgrade the storage. So but yeah, it's a really really neat device. I'm really happy. She's like super happy because when she was playing Palia, like she didn't know there was like actual grass in the game. She thought it was just like green on the ground. She's like, oh my god, there's grass and it moves, and she was super excited. It made me very happy. I bought her Fallout 76 since she really loves Fallout, and I also got her the Final Fantasy VII remake intergrade because she hasn't had a chance to play it yet. I didn't play the intergrade one, which kind of sucks because I wanted to play it, but maybe I'll borrow it from her and play it too at some point. Anyway, back to the artwork. Sorry guys, little side tangent there. And then we have this super sexy zombie that Bessie has come up with here. I remember seeing the work in progress for this, and I was like, "Damn!" I'm like, "That's hot. I love this. This is amazing." Thank you for censoring it. I appreciate it. I made it. I might disappear later. Hey, that is totally okay. I appreciate you guys even just popping in like for like a second or two. Makes me happy. I get to say hi to you. Hey, Smetanka. So it's Jupiter and Smetanka have joined. Some amazing. The prompt was a starfish. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it'd been hilarious if you put like Patrick's like face on these, like or like the just his like pants, so it looks like he's like hugging the boobies. I know we're highlighting Pensy like right away here. I also really like that the mouth for your zombies has like the blue inside. I think that's really cool. I really like that. Yeah, you should do an alternate one where it looks like Patrick is like slapped on her boobies. That would be hilarious. All right, we got a second round here from Pensy. Here are the other ones I've done. Since the first and second pick is Zoe, third is this person here, Scoobu21's OC, and the fourth is today's pick of Nana as Ghostface. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been so in my webtoon, a lot of the zombies are gonna have like either like glowing teeth or like glowing mouths or whatever. So they're gonna have different colors too. So I'm a fan of that as well. This is great here. I love this. I love the hair here. This also kind of reminds me of since I am playing Cyberpunk. This like kind of style hair kind of reminds me of that here. Nice, nice, nice. Perfect. I like the running makeup. Really shows like the emotions that are going on here with this. Good stuff. Let's get to the next one here. This one is the black and white version of that, which also looks fantastic as well. She was made by your little sister. Nice. Gotcha, gotcha. Hell yeah. Oh, this is neat. I like it. This is Scooby 21's character. Oh yeah, okay. I recognize his characters now. Yeah, because his character all kind of have like the little like mustache and this like haircut or whatever. That's cute. I like it. He's got a cute little outfit going on, looking precious. I love the like tilted side headband here. That's really cute. Nice. Good stuff. And he gave him thigh squish. Hell yeah. I like it. And the last one here is Nana as Ghostface. About to go on the rant about, how, the MC's character like screwed over their family or their friend, or they're just like a super fan of like the slasher movies, and they're going on their like whole rant while they're like stabby 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 to like everybody, and how they're not the only Ghostface. I need to work on drawing guys. Yeah, it's I try to do like a balance of both. Actually, that's why I get excited when I was doing the OC art raffle whenever I'd get like a dude character. I've been drawing so many girls that I finally got a dude, and I was like, hell yeah. So doing that detective from After Be Animates was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Gave me something different to do. Yeah, it's like, it's one of those weird things where you draw like one thing for so long, it becomes like, you got to kind of acclimate back to doing, you know, different gender characters and whatnot. So, well, anyway, that was everything from Pensy. As you can tell, Pensy is super awesome, super talented, does great traditional art here. Pensy also has commissions open, so make sure you check that out. Support them, get some beautiful traditional art from them. Maybe get your OCs in their style, just as we demonstrated there. They do a great job with it, and they're an awesome person. So, All right, next up here we have SJM. First is a work in progress of my OC Vixen with my OC Chelsea. I finally finished the restaurant on a cliff. Nice. Third is how I made the last art with my OC Nephila Weber. Ooh, cool. So we have like a time lapse. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Hold on, let me get some water here. Ah, man. Getting sick sucks. I hate it. We should abolish sickness forever. Where's my cyber body? I want to download myself into it and be like a VTuber RL, IRL pretty much. So yeah, yeah, I saw that. It's oh yeah, I try to drink as much water as I possibly can. Like I drink water like all day long. So trust me, I'm just sick. So that's why I don't sound great and why I'm coughing as much. But I don't like missing the stream because I really, really like doing this stream and I love hanging out with you guys. So, but yeah, I saw that with Blue Sky. I mean, it's easy these days to like fall for like scams, especially as an artist because you get really excited about somebody messaging you, especially when it comes to like wanting to compensate you for your services, and then it turns out it's like it's a scam, and then they hacks you. So oh, ooh, woo. I don't even think I could do today, so please don't hit that. I'm sick, so don't make me do ooh. But yeah, I appreciate it. Like I'm glad you guys like me. That makes me happy. You're struggling to draw women, so I'm just drawing men in women's clothes and call it a hey. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is no problem with that at all. There's like you should do practice drawing like the super like Bishonen characters, the one that actually are men but look like women. Like say like Alucard from like Castlevania. There's a bunch of characters like especially in like anime and like media or whatever that they're like, oh my god, that's a dude. It's like that's the prettiest dude I've ever seen. Anyway, back to SJM's work here. I did see a post that they're working with Blue Sky to get their account back, so hope they do. I really I need to be more active on Blue Sky. I have a my problem with like social media is I have trouble like interacting across like multiple platforms. I kind of have to like pick one and do my best, and even then I'm still like not super great about like being on it all the time. I kind of like try to check out from like the internet like once I get off stream for like a while just to like decompress. But anyway, back to their artwork here. I love that they're working on a picture of their OCs interacting here. Looks like they're having like some sort of conversation. Maybe Vixen is giving Chelsea some advice here, or helping her like feel good about herself. I'm getting that kind of like vibe. That's my headcanon for like the posing here. Has some like visual storytelling elements going on here that you could go ahead and apply your own. Like I think this is what's going on in this like picture, which is awesome. It's also really difficult sometimes to have like more than one OC, and especially when they're touching and interacting. It's thinking of all like the overlapping and like the perspective and whatnot makes it not easy to do. So, ooh, and this is where they finished it. Hell yeah, I like this. This is nice. I like that they have like you can see like outside like what's going on here. You got all of course the lettering backwards here since this is the inside of like the windows and whatnot, which is a really really nice touch here. Uh, so it looks like it's Mamia's or Maria's is the place where they are eating. Nice. I like it here. You got like the bar stools over here. It looks like it's like a really cozy kind of like either diner or an Italian restaurant based on what we got going on here. It's got like pasta, pizza, and subs. So cute. Sorry, I had to wash my dishes. Hey, that's a good thing. You know, actually washing your dishes is great. Don't be that guy with like a pile of dishes with little flies flying around. So, oh yeah, backgrounds are incredibly difficult, especially with like any sort of like perspective whatsoever. Like I'm just so glad that Clip Studio Paint has so many like tools for me to utilize as far as like backgrounds and whatnot. All right, let's see. Ooh, this is like the speed paint, how they were working on like their OC in the last picture here. We get to see them. It's a really so that's a good tip with backgrounds. So if you're drawing like an OC or whatever, you kind of just want to like get the sketch or the general idea of where they're gonna be, like in the background, and then you should do the background first, because that way you can do like you can set like the colors and the mood and the lighting like for when you go to do the rendering. That way you're not like scrambling to make the background like fit your OC, which is a lot harder to do, because this way you get an idea of like all the directions of different light sources where you could have like the bounce light. The environmental color is going to also show up on the OC, so you want to be able to like include that too. So doing the background first is a really good idea, as much as it's like painful. But yeah, they did a really good job with this. I love like the swirliness of like the clouds. I love that the moon is centered right over top of the head here, which is going to draw all the interest, of course, to the OC. So your eye kind of moves in like an S here across the not only the background but the OC itself. So they did a really good job. And then here is the finished one as well. As you can see here, they've got their shading where the light isn't hitting. One recommendation I would recommend for making this even more effective, SJM, if you're watching this, is to take this kind of like bluish color you have here and put like either like a you could do either hard light, overlay, or multiply, and just put it over top of the whole image. That way this like color here is represented on like the actual character here. That'll make him look even more like they fit in the scene. And then you can even like just like erase away like where the like the light is hitting with like either a soft brush, a combination of soft brushes and hard brushes, and it'll look absolutely great. That'll make it look like they're in like a night scene here, but it still looks fantastic. Like it's still great. I really like the design of this character's outfit. I love like they've got very like textured, very cool wings, and their little skull wand is fantastic. So so that was everything by SJM. Make sure you give them lots of support. They're probably not feeling great because their Blue Sky got hacked. So if you can give them lots of love and support, at least here on Twitter or even on Blue Sky itself when they get their Blue Sky back, that would be awesome. And I would appreciate it. I'm sure they would appreciate it as well. Getting some more water here. All right, we got Jupiter Planet here. Hell yeah, you get to see your artwork firsthand in the stream, which is awesome. So you wrote, you wrote, oh my god, if I can talk, uh, an old drawing from 2023 of my ex main OC, Jadiana, and her younger brother Brandon. Second is a new character named Ak- Actea. Actea. Third is Angst with Actea and her dragon husband. Dragon character belongs to my either boyfriend or best friend. Fourth is a meme created my my BF while I was drawing. Oh, I'm glad that you you liked my comments on the Godzilla thing. I never actually looked up the relevance of that. I really need to do that, but I'm glad that you got a laugh out of my my lesbians comment. I love Godzilla so much, especially like old Godzilla. I watched like every single one of those movies when I was a kid. Like, so back in ancient times, you used to be able to rent VHSs, not only of course from like the video store, but from like your local library. So I would always go and I would get like the old school Godzilla movies and I would like watch them like over and over and over again. So I've seen like all of them. Oh, I love this. This is awesome here. You got her holding like, you know, another OC here who's being a brat. They're freaking out. That is awesome. I like it. Holding them up by their like hood collar here. You always do such a great job with the you know, your characters interacting and like the expressions and whatnot. We can always see like the personalities come through like very very clearly here. Ooh, so this is the Octea character. Nice, I like it. I love the darker skin with the like lavender purple hair. It's so super cute. And then he did a really good job of picking like this really desaturated blue here for the outfit so it doesn't clash with this. And also having like the warm colors up here along with like this like more saturated purple is a really good way to bring the interest of the character up to, you know, their eyes and their head and everything. So that's really cool. That's the past version of her. Okay. I think it looks good though. I really like it so far. She's got like a cute pose going on here. And then this one is Angst with Akate and her dragon husband here. Aw, she's got little like freckles too. That's so cute. Oh no. Oh, that's crazy here. This looks like sad and tragic down here. And then you got like this like super happy one going on here. So that's cool. That's like showing like, you know, how like a story like can progress and you know, just like different possibilities and whatnot. And I love that you've got like the flame effects down here. You got like the rim lighting. The lighting is really good for like the dramatic effect. You know, SJM, this is what I was talking about, where you take like a multiply layer and you put it over the whole thing, and then you can just kind of like either erase away these parts to do the highlights, or you can use like a hard light or like an add glow layer or something like that. So this is awesome. I love this. Let's go to the next one here. Where they should be, where they are. You know, I wasn't gonna say anything on that first one there. I wasn't gonna make a comment about that, but since you pointed it out, yeah, I know why he's looking there. Even though she is super super cute. That's really funny. I like it. I love his little spiky bangs he's got here in the front. Kind of looks like the crests of like dragon horns and whatnot. So yeah, exactly. They're super cute. That's really funny though. He likes them. I don't blame him. She's he kind of reminds me of New Broly. Oh, that's true. Man, I like New Broly like so much better than like the old Broly. Like the old Broly was it was all right for what it was, but the new Broly is like a much more like has more depth to them, and I like that they're actually like, you know, going to be like a reoccurring character too, which is cool. Well, anyway, that was everything from Jupiter Planet here. As you can see, Jupiter Planet is super talented, super awesome. Uh, they have a very nice dynamic going on here with either your boyfriend or your best friend. I'm sorry if I'm not clarifying that correctly. It looks like you guys have a great personality and that you have fun together, so that makes me super happy. They have a Ko-Fi for commissions. Boyfriend, yes. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. You and your boyfriend are awesome, and that's super cute. I love seeing that together. That's like Havoc and I being super silly together, so it's always really, really, really nice. So when he isn't just screaming, yeah, yeah, that's true. He does a lot of screaming. I don't know. I just think that's still like my latest, my favorite Dragon Ball movie that they've come out with so far. Watching Goku get his ass beat for like the first like half of it makes me like really happy, and then watching like Frieza get his ass beat for like an hour straight is also hilarious. The action was just amazing. All right, let's get back to this here. All right, we got After B Animates. Um, After wrote, here's some art I made during my senior year of high school. I might redraw these at some point. Hey, it's always fun to take your older art and redraw them. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm dying. Uh, so we have a crossover here of Scooby Doo and Speed Racer. Speed has probably just rammed somebody off the track and they probably exploded. I guess we all know how Speed Racer goes. I love the. So people have been reposting clips of the OG Speed Racer on TikTok. Just how like savage like Speed actually is. He's kind of an asshole. I didn't remember him being like that like bad, but he's actually kind of a dick. But this is really cool. I love seeing like crossovers of like IPs. Um, I can't say that I'm actually like a Scooby Doo fan. It's one of those ones where like I think I'm just kind of a hater because like my mom liked it. And my mom sucks, so it's like I kind of just was like, eh. This is the same episode every single time. But I do really like that the live action had Matthew Lillard as Shaggy, which was absolutely perfect. That was like the best casting like you could possibly do for that. So Shaggy is really the best character anyway. Yeah, I got you. We're on the same level here, Fancy, so I get it. Then we have the astounding Spider-Man. Everyone in the world may be a-holes to the shy, nerdy, and goofy teenager named Peter Parker all they want, but they're going to think twice before messing with their friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And this guy must be a bully here. He's like, put me down, I'm sorry. So he's like swinging around, maybe the dude's gonna get like motion sickness or just like pass out from like the extreme speed and height here. And this is a really good use of 3D here to be able to like set up like a basic background here without having to worry about like perspective so much. You get the idea across that they are swinging through the city and that kind of thing. I really like how they also take like the stylization of the comics, the way they're actually like formatted on on the front here, so it actually looks like a comic cover. Excuse me. Oh my god, I need more water. Yeah, Spider-Man's probably like my favorite like Marvel hero, I would say. I really like Spider-Man. I like Ghost Rider. I like the Jim Lee era, like X-Men, other than Cyclops, because Cyclops sucks. Cyclops is like the Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of like the X-Men. Like I really don't like Leo either, so he's like the responsible fucking like ratting people out type. Like you shouldn't do that. I'm a babysitter. Anyway, yeah, I think Cyclops is a tool. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, yeah, he's a narc. He's like, oh, Raph went out and did this, and like Raph went out and beat everybody's ass. He did it all for you. But anyway, it's probably because like I'm a Scorpio and like Leo's got like definitely a different type of vibe than I vibe with. So Leo's her fave. It sucks because like the whole twin sword thing is pretty cool, but it's just like I don't know. He's just like a tattletale. Let's go to our next one here. Ooh, we got Batman in the early years, suit inspired by Golden Years and Year One. Nice, nice. I like how he does this too. I like how Apta takes like inspirations of like the different versions of characters and like mixes and matches like the different pieces and whatnot. Like it's definitely kind of interesting to see Batman with like purple gloves. Like that's normally something you would see like on say like the Joker. But I like the gray with the inner like black lining here. I think that's pretty neat. I like that part of the design, and also having the gray on the inside of the cloak, like a lighter gray, is pretty cool too. Yeah, it looks great. I like it. And then he's got like the logo and everything down here. Fantastic work. Yeah, so I haven't read Batman in a really long time. Speaking of Jim Lee, I know he's been doing Batman lately, which is super cool. Like Jim Lee's like one of my favorite American comic artists. He's so damn talented, like absolutely crazy. So I haven't drawn Batman in forever. Oh my god, I think I've drawn Batman like once in like my whole life, and that's when I first tried digital art. So I bought an original iPad because I was like, oh, maybe I can do art on this. And this was before like the iPad had like the cool pencil and it didn't have Procreate or anything. I'll have to see if I can find the picture because it actually turned out pretty decent. And I think I did it with my finger instead of even like the stylus. So I'll see if I can find it at some point. Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that the one where you did like Batman like holding up the Joker where he's like, kind of doing like his little Joker act and being dramatic and whatnot. And it looked really good, really nice. You know what? Hold on. I might be able to find this Batman picture. Hold on. I'm gonna throw it off to the side here because I think I recently found. Oh, I know where it is. It's in my Google account. Hold on. Hold up, guys. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Because I found a bunch of my like really old artwork, and I got really excited. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Glad I put this on the other screen because I've got a ton of pictures of my super secret IRL identity on here, so I don't want those on the screen. So I'm glad I pulled that off to the side. Try not to dox myself here. Ooh, I'm getting totally distracted here, but hold on, let me see if I can just get this. Here's a spawn I did for like an art contest, and I didn't even place. It made me so mad. I did all this work with like the micron pencils or whatever. I got him like holding the guy that turns into Redeemer's like head here, and then I've got like Violator, and then I've got like the ice cream killer guy down there. But yeah, I didn't even place. Like I was so upset. But yeah, I did this like a long time ago. I think I was in high school when I did this. Let me see. I think that says 97 down there. Yeah. Yeah, I was like obsessed with Spawn like in high school. But I really I want to try to find that Batman because that was the kind of more on topic. How do I get out of this view? There we go. And let's see. More Spawn. I drew so much Spawn. It was crazy. It should be in here because, like I said, I found like a ton of my old artwork. Cause like I keep forgetting that Google like saves like pretty much everything you do. Oh, here's a really old Spider-Man I did. Sorry, I know we're like super like off topic from people's artwork, but I haven't drawn Spider-Man a lot, but I drew this on that iPad as well, like when I first got it. So it was like a really basic Spider-Man. I didn't know anything about like values, obviously, because he's like super blended into the background. So this is like really old from like a really long time ago. And again, like I had this like shitty like stylus. Like it didn't have like a regular tip. It was one of those like fat tipped stylus ones, which I hate that style of stylus. Oh my god, Batman, where are you? There it is. I found it. This is like the only Batman picture I think I've ever done, and I think I did it with. Wait, where's the completed one? So this is the completed one. There it is. This is like the only Batman picture I ever did, and I did this with like my finger on like that iPad. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool at the time. Anyway, let's get that off the screen because I just realized that it has a signature on it. So don't go back and look at that. I'm trusting you guys. Yeah, I did that with my finger because I my stylus I'd either lost it or I've so I used to work for Starbucks when I was working on that. So I was kind of just like working on it like in between like customers and like cleaning stuff and like that kind of thing. So there was a lot of like zooming in and changing like the brush size like with my finger, you know what I mean? So it was like really frustrating to like kind of work on, and then god, being interrupted by these annoying customers coming into a business looking for coffee, interrupting my artwork here. Anyway, sorry. Back to After Being Animates. After Being Animates is super awesome. I really like them. I know last time we watched their yeah. How do they want coffee from a coffee shop? Um, we watched some of their YouTube videos last time. They're really fun, really talented. I really want like all their like superhero and crossover content. Oh, they got one more here. Let's go ahead and get this up. They wrote, months ago, I found out that there are superheroes in the public domain, so instead of making a low budget horror movie like every character that's entered the public domain, I could use some forgotten heroes and villains into one webcomic series. So we have the Legion of Super Zeros, Atlas, Man of Might. Nice. So we got like a traditional art sketch here. I really like that they have a very like distinct style. You can definitely see. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to get more water there. So yeah, it looks like their style translates really well between traditional and digital art. Super cool stuff. They're really talented. I really like this. Their work is awesome. So yeah, make sure you check them out. Make sure you support them. They do animation where they also like do all like the vocals and the voice acting. Yeah, it does look like underwear on top of the costume. I think it might be, which is really funny because they were joking about that with like the latest Superman about whether he should have like like the kind of the Speedo look or like the boxer briefs kind of look. So you're upset that it's something that's happening this week. What's going on? But anyway, make sure you guys support AFTA. They're really cool. They're really funny. Go to their YouTube channel. Watch their YouTubes because they're really, really entertaining. All right. Next up here, we had the Big Cheese. They wrote, I wanted to show off a half a year difference. Ooh, we got a progress pitch here. That's Ruby. The alt means that's my OC Ruby from the alternative universe where she's evil and manipulative. She's not a vampire. The fangs and the marks on her arm are signs of runic corruption. Ooh, nice. I can't get new Pokemon for the first time ever because you gave the Switch to your sis. No, I'm sorry. Well, you could watch people play it on Twitch. I mean, it's kind of like, it's not quite as fun, but I do that sometimes if like I either can't like afford a game or if I don't have the system that it's on. Sometimes I'll like watch like playthroughs and like big chunks or whatever just to, you know, kind of get an experience. Like I did that with The Last of Us 2 because I watched the first season of The Last of Us and I really liked it. So I was like, oh man, I really want to know what's happening, like how this compares to like the games for season 2. So I watched all of The Last of Us 2 and then I saw like the reviews for like the second season and how it was like not that great. And I'm like, oh man. Anyway, let's see the progress here. So this is the older version. We see we've got some runes floating around here, which is pretty cool. I like to do that with my characters too, especially with like magic systems. You know, have like little glowy runes like either on them or like floating around. And let's see the updated version. Wow, that's a big difference in just half a year. That's crazy. Your proportions are like so much better. The pose is like way more solid. That is awesome. I like it. You can see a massive amount of progress here. I love her fangs, even though you said that she's not a vampire. I love the fact that she has fangs. Yeah, definitely a glow up. Like, major difference. You can see, like, ooh, in the background, too. You can tell that the background has more, like, depth to it. It's got better composition, like, framing and whatnot. This is awesome. This is, like, a massive amount of improvement in such a short amount of time. You did an absolutely fantastic job here. So that was everything from the Big Cheese. Make sure you support them. I want to see even more of your progress. Maybe we can see an updated version of this character in another half a year. I want to see where this character gets in such a short amount of time. I imagine it's going to be like absolutely crazy. Oh yeah, the hair being up also looks a lot better. You're right. All right, up next here we have Were Tree Vilha here. I'm going to show you something old. I mean, I drew all of them this year, but whatever. Also, regarding what you said last stream, I actually sell merch with my artworks. Ooh, nice. Especially nature ones. I just don't advertise it on this account at the moment. Hell yeah, make that bread because you definitely should because you're really, really talented. Like these are absolutely insane here. Like the detailing, the texturing, just crazy. Oh man, your friend here is they're just so good. Like this is crazy. Like you got the stippling in here. You got like all the different like it takes a while to like look through and just see all the different things that are going on here. First one is a birthday gift for you. Wow. Wow, you got lucked out. I do that too. Like, I'll make artworks for people's birthdays as like presents, and I'll usually like get it printed off at like this really good. So the printing service I use is called Cat Print. Just CAT and then PRINT.com. They do absolutely amazing prints, and you can get prints with like shimmer or holographic, or the different. They have different thicknesses to the paper and stuff. It's a really really cool, really awesome service. It's a little tiny bit pricey, but it's worth it. But yeah, this is awesome. I love this. Like, I love the wings coming off the face here with the eye, and then you got some eyes like around the outside here. This is so cool. You do them for your mother and sister and brother for the last 2 years. Yeah, I probably I need to do something for Havoc, because both my birthday and Havoc's birthday are coming up this next month here. So I want to do something nice for her. Maybe we can figure that out on stream. Ooh, and your birthday. Okay, so I'll have to do something for your birthday too. That might be a good idea. I need to start keeping track of everybody's birthdays so I can do some stuff for you guys. It might not be something like super like intense, but like a full on illustration. But maybe I'll do throw something together for you. All right, let's move on to the next one here. Ooh, this one's really cool. I love like the gold on the dark skin. I know that this might not be influenced by Arcane, but Arcane did a really good job with things like that. I really really like this. This is super awesome. I love that they use the blues for the highlights, which is a really really good way to, especially like on darker skin. Sometimes the highlights can actually come off as like bluish or purplish, so that's a really cool idea. Oh, it is actually Mel. Okay, okay. I didn't want to, I didn't want to assume that they were doing that. Uh, but it looks really really good. I like it. I love the texturing in the background. They do such a good job with like texture. It's like absolutely crazy. Like, I'm so far removed from traditional art that I don't think I could produce like anything close to this like whatsoever. Oh no, it's okay. I appreciate when people like inform me about what's going on, because otherwise I'm just spewing like my own thoughts or my own headcanon onto things. And especially like if I say somebody's name wrong and somebody corrects me, I do appreciate it because I want to give people the credit correctly and whatnot. So yeah, this is awesome. I really really like this. Man, their work is crazy. Ooh, nice, nice. Man, I'm just like taking a minute to like take in everything here. I know, it's like super fantastic. I'm glad that they sell their artwork. Like, the nature stuff is really really nice, cuz like I used to I used to read a lot of like either science or like animal or aquatic or like dinosaur like books that were like informative, that had like that kind of artwork to it, where it was more like to show you what it actually looks like. So I really appreciate this kind of stuff. This is awesome. Man, I'm so impressed. Ooh, this is cool too. I like how this like, I don't know if this is actually on wood, but it looks like it has like a wood grain like texture to it around the outside here. Oh man, yeah, this is awesome. And the crazy perspective of like this dome that they have going on here with like the windowing and stuff. Man, that's so cool. I'm so impressed. Oh my god, my throat's killing me. Get some water here. There we go. Man, they're so talented. So that was everything from Where Tree Vilha. As you can see here, they are absolutely like fantastic, amazing traditional artists here. I absolutely love seeing their work every single week. It is so cool. When I have money, I'm going to throw money at them because I want to get one of these. Whenever I have like all the money, when I hit it big, guys, with like streaming, like I'm gonna be hitting all you guys up for like artwork. I'm gonna have like a super like nice place with like a big wall. I'm gonna put it like I'm gonna print out all your artwork, or I'll buy prints from you guys and I'll throw them up on the walls. It's gonna make me super happy. All right, up next we have Thunder Kid. On the account that I don't have much OC stuff, I can show you at the moment. I'll give you some fan arts I've done. Who everyone is should be obvious. Also, hooray, I was finally showcased last week. Yeah, sorry about that again. Hopefully things continue to work as they should. Have fun, y'all. Would love to, but gotta find out what we're gonna do about the car. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet. All right, we have a fan art here of Jason Voorhees, which is awesome. Uh, when we were doing sketches last week, I actually set up like a little bit of like a 3D for like a possible fan art maybe for this month. I need to actually get on. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have us actually like start voting on that so we can get towards maybe working on one of these illustrations because sometimes I'm pretty slow working on things. Like I said, I'm still working on that commission. I keep hitting snags, but I'm like plugging away on it like every day. Also, since I started working out again too, I have old workout injuries that kind of like flare up. So like my right trap, which is like connected to your neck and your shoulder, flares up a lot. So that prevents me from working like long term. Like I have to take breaks like every few hours or so, which I should do anyway. But anyway, this is super fantastic. I love this. Jason's definitely my favorite. He has the most brutal like kills, like so cool. And then we have Omni Man here. I need to actually watch the latest season of Invincible. Like I watched the first two seasons, so I need to catch up. I really like Invincible. I didn't think I would like it at first because I wasn't a big fan of like the animation style, but after watching it, I was like, oh, this is really good. Well, this is awesome. You got Omni Man here with his like super Chad jaw and his dad stash of immeasurable power. And I also love J.K. Simmons, the guy that does his voice. He was Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. He was Commissioner Gordon in one of the Batman movies. He also does the voicing for the Portal and Portal 2. He's the guy that like created like the aperture things, so he's really really funny. I need pics of Spider-Man. But yeah, I love him. He's one of my favorite like actors. Like he's absolutely fantastic. And then we have RoboCop here. We even have like the OG RoboCop, not even the updated one. I was kind of, I was a little disappointed with like the updated RoboCop movie. Like I thought he looked cool. Like the updated design was pretty sleek, pretty modern and cool. But it just didn't have like that quirky, like cheesy feel of like the old ones. And I'm not like a super RoboCop fan, by the way, either. Like I know some people are like super into it, but it's pretty funny. It's just hilarious. Like it's like watching that or like the OG like Toxic Avenger or those like really cheesy practical effect like 80s movies. I used to love watching like shows or things about how they did all like the practical effects because like I thought about like getting into that at some point as like a career and I was like, oh man, that looked like it would be so much fun. We got another fan art here where we have Ultra Instinct Goku, and I really like that they used like the looks like they have like some reflective silver marker that they used here, which is really cool. And then we got Superman on this side here. It looks like he's either like charging up like his heat vision, or he might be one of the versions of Superman that's like kind of like evil-ish or whatever. I still think that this is a no contest here, in my opinion. I know this is a very heated debate here, but again, the power scaling is very different. The only thing I could say that would give Superman a chance is that canonically, Superman is as strong as he needs to be, which I think is broken as fuck. But I would say Goku all the way, like no doubt. Plus, Goku's an actual martial artist, and Superman doesn't really have those like martial arts skills. So even if there was a power difference, like Goku would still like wipe the floor with him. Anyway, that was everything from Thunder Kid. As you can see here, Thunder Kid not only has their own OC known as Thunder Kid as well, they also do fan arts of different IPs, which is really neat, really cool. I love to see it. These are all fantastic. You can definitely tell that this is their particular style, so they have an iconic style. So moving on here, we have Spooky Tanako. Tanaka wrote, I made Harley Quinn, DC Rivals. This is the Neobite. It was the one who gave Arthur his powers at age 13. And last but not least, here are the voice actors I chose for Riley and Arthur if I ever reach my goal of making it into a series, which you will. We're going to help you with that, Tanako, so don't worry. We're going to help make all of our dreams and ambitions come true. That is true, Pensy. Goku is just always like ridiculous and OP. Nice, nice. So we have a different version of Harley here, looking super cool. She's got a little capelet going on. She's got some more like accessories, and she's got some goggles. I really like that her hammer not only has like the laughing faces on it, but it's also got like the hyena biting it. So it's like, using all the different aspects of different designs for Harley. So this is awesome. Plus, you got like the OG makeup, which is cool from like the animated series. So I really like that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's all Goku on that one, personally. I think Superman as a character, like in a lot of the comics, is not necessarily well written because he, like, like I said, just the ability to be as strong as he needs to be is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of lazy, to be honest with you. You got to give your characters flaws and weaknesses so there's like actual stakes, when they get into a fight. But again, I haven't seen the new Superman movie, and from what I understand, the James Gunn version of it is a more grounded version where he does have flaws and he's not necessarily the strongest Superman. So yeah, that's true. Goku is really the villain of the whole DBZ series and DB Super series. Everything is his fault because his dumbass just wants to fight everybody. Excuse me. All right, moving on here. This is the thing that gave the Monster Source characters their powers. So it looks like it's maybe like a symbiotic kind of like parasitic creature. Kind of looks like it might like attach like along the back and like down the spine, kind of like almost like a reverse like alien face hugger. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat to see. I like that. That's a nice design. Sounds like the voice actress for The Last of Us. I would love to do voice acting. I've been like looking into like how to do it, and everything is like get an agent or whatever, and then you have to like live near, you know, where the gigs are and stuff, and a lot of them are like on the West Coast. Oh, Alex. Yeah, Alex is super talented. So I actually, occasionally I listen to or watch Trash Taste podcast, and they had Alex on there, and he was talking about how he became a voice actor too. That he like had switched from like doing like professional like weightlifting, and then he really wanted to be a voice actor, so he was just like constantly practicing like whether he could do like different voices of different characters. He was constantly sending out like demo reels. Like he had moved out on his own, so it was like a last stitch effort, and he just happened to like find somebody who like gave him a chance. So that's like really cool. Like I would love to do voice acting for sure, especially like when I'm not sick and that kind of thing. Like I definitely want to do a lot of the voices for like my own projects I want to do at some point. I do need to practice though for sure because everybody's like, "Oh, you have such a nice voice," or "You have a radio voice," or like, "Hey, your voice is hot," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." It would be great to make money with it. That would be awesome. But yeah, that's a really good choice. I could definitely see these fitting these two characters like perfectly for sure. All right, so that's everything from Spooky Tanako here. Tanako is really cool. Does has their own little like universe that they are working on for an animation here. We want to make sure that we support them and make their. Thank you, Pansy. I appreciate it. It's so weird for me to hear my own voice. Like for the longest time, like I never did any sort of recording or anything where I like actually heard what my voice sounded like. So like hearing like the feedback in my headphones is very odd to me. I don't know why it's so strange to hear your own voice because like in my head I sound a little bit different, and then when I hear it I'm like, oh, okay. But let's support Tanako in their dreams. Let's get this animation made for them. Let's get those plushies out so we can go ahead and squish them. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Rayoni here. They wrote, sorry, let me go back. Hi, have a good week. So they kept it super brief, which is okay. Ooh, this is neat here. We got this character here with like a polearm type weapon. Looks like it's some sort of like energy based polearm, which is really cool. They got some scarring on the side of their face. I'm always a fan of characters with like freckles. Yeah, really cool. I like it. And then you've got like really nice like bounce lighting and rim lighting from the glow of the energy portions of the weapons here. Got really nice material rendering. You can tell that this is more like a shiny material like leather or pleather because there is very distinct highlights on it versus the cloth aspect of the dress. Really good material rendering. Looks awesome. And then back here you have like the lighter lighter rim light to show that it's like farther back, so it's got some atmospheric contrast. Ooh, this is really cool. I really like this. I love the pattern on the inside of the cloak here is a really, really good choice. All your detailing, of course, for the most part, is all in this area. The flow of the hair and the flow of the wings brings all of the interest to the center of the face here. I love all the different colors you have in the irises. This is fantastic. Super solid work. Really, really nice. I really like it. And I love that you color your lines too, which is great. Very, very pretty. Good use of negative space here too. This one doesn't even need like a background of any kind whatsoever as well. I feel like if it did have a background, it'd probably be a bit distracting unless you made it like very, very basic. Super awesome, amazing work here. That was everything from Rayoni. I can't wait to see more of your work next week. So I hope you have some more stuff for me, or if you have some older stuff, that would be awesome. Yeah, she does look like she has like a god kind of thing going on, or maybe like an angelic kind of thing going on here. Oh shit, we got Nympha up next here. Hey, I know this person. Nympha wrote, "Happy Artshare Day. I've been feeling a bit down lately, so I decided to draw some of my girls as maids to feel better." Aw, I'm sorry, Nympha. I know how it goes. I've been going up and down myself. Times are rough, but if we all like support each other and do things that make us happy, that will definitely help improve things. Drawing your characters as maids is definitely one way to do it. That's for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, you're not spam this time too. That's a good point, Carla. And also, hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. It's good to see you. Yeah, we got Inuyasama here and a maid outfit, which I am all here for. I really love the design of this character. This is probably my favorite character that you draw so far. I'm not like totally biased or anything. This is really cool. I like this. I love like the sparkles and the action lines at your service. I love the way you do like your font and your graphic elements too. It's super, super cool. It's you. Oh, nice. And then this one is one of those characters that never sleeps. I don't know why, but I'm always a fan of these type of characters as well. Very, very smegsy here. Got like the thigh highs and a very revealing short skirt here. And then we have like their glasses on the ground over here with like the sparkles, kind of like almost like the shojo sparkles in the back here. I love it. This is super cute. Oh yeah, sorry I didn't talk much when I popped into your stream the other day. I ooh, thank you, Carla. I appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Man, I really need to work on my subscriber rewards. I am so sorry. I need to get you like a badge. I need to get Pensy a badge. I need to get all my subscriber stuff done. Maybe that is something I will. I mean, I really need to work on that. I've been dropping the ball. Hell yeah! 50% of my first goal. That's something. One of these days, I'm gonna hit partner, and it's gonna be great. But until then, I am absolutely happy with just hanging out with you guys. I'm gonna even when I get super big, I'm not gonna be like missing anybody. I'll have to make like a separate like VIP like chat for all of my OG people and that kind of stuff, and it'll be super cool. But anyway, again, thank you so much. That makes me so happy, especially since I'm sick. My whole goal is to get famous so I can also bring you guys along for the way and make you guys famous too and get all of your projects off the ground, that kind of thing. Aw, thank you. Hey, I appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. It really makes me happy. definitely helped a lot with like my anxiety and depression. Getting to see you guys like grow your artwork, interact with you, become friends with you guys makes me very, very happy. Anyway, back to Nefa's artwork here. This is super fantastic. This is a great way to get out of a slump. Is to take your characters and do something super fun, something that makes you happy with them. Make sure you guys check out Nefa. Nefa also streams. Again, I'm sorry I didn't talk much when I popped in the other day. I was working on the commission, so I just kind of had it up so you got some views. I know interacting does like help out, but I'm really bad at multitasking. So they also have a webcomic, which is really cool, which is where these OCs come from. So you should make sure you check them out, read their webtoon. Hell yeah. All right, next up here we have Krill92 art again. They said, "Thank you for the tag. Hi, I'm Chris, and this is my art." They do really cool like mecha and kaiju stuff. Hey, you're welcome. I saw your chat there was pretty wild, pretty entertaining with that one guy there. I feel like I wouldn't have gotten too much room to talk anyway with your friend there was popping off. So I'm glad you had somebody else in there though hanging out with you too though. That makes me happy. All you guys deserve the spotlight. All you guys deserve to. Hey, you know, as long as you get along with him, you have friends. He reminds me of what the cheetah guy that comes in here. That's like super energetic and like a really big personality. So it's always fun to have a hype man, you know. Anyway, this is a really cool. We got a giant robo here. It looks like it's like flame theme. It's got like some crazy like blade arms going on here. It's got kind of like almost like the kind of like the Roman style like little mini like skirt thing that they kind of wear here. Really cool stuff. Let's go ahead to the next one here. Ooh, got Gerdia Moon. They've got like this cool like double-edged like sword here, kind of like going on. They got a shield with like a heart on it. All the scales. Man, I remember drawing scales like this too. Drawing every single individual scale is like so time consuming. So I applaud you in your patience there. Nice. Also really good complementary colors here with the purple and the gold. And then of course you got a little bit of a switch up here with like some of the reds to for like the highlighted important parts. So it's looking good. And then we got like our venomous looking kaiju here. I just noticed they have little stabby feet down here, which is kind of interesting. I'm kind of like interested to see how like their balance works. If they maybe like use these beefy arms to like run around on their hands, and then they use like the leg parts for like poking and stabbing. Oh, excuse me. Let me get some more water here. Oh, my throat feels like crap. That's true. He could just have a single claw as well. I don't know why. I just think it would be like entertaining if it like, especially with like these spikes like down the back. Maybe it like rolls up into like a ball, and then as it comes out of the roll, it uses these claws on its feet to like do the main stabbing, or like it chomps down and holds with like the jaw, and then uses the rest for like stabby stabbing. Cool stuff. I like it. Let's go on to the last one here, which is like their robot operator team here, giving me like super like Voltron Go Lion like kind of vibes here, kind of mixed with like some Transformers a bit with like how the faces and whatnot are done. Really good stuff. I love like the whole like color coded thing. I think I mentioned this last time, but they're remaking Ronin Warriors. Speaking of color coded teams, so I'm like super excited to watch that. So it's pretty awesome. So that was everything from Krill 92 art here. As you can see, they got some cool stuff going on. They got a comic, which is Mecha Manga Metal Raiders. So I'll have to check that out, see if they have a link on their profile so we can keep track of their work. Nice, nice. Thank you so much for submitting it again. Then up next here we have Payne Nixie again. They wrote, "Here you go, another character out of the oven. Hell yeah, fresh baked OCs. I love it while they're still warm. I'm sorry I couldn't participate last time. I was busy with college." Hey, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Your education comes first. No worries whatsoever. All right. Well, let's see if I can read this on the side here. Here we go. So the first was Marcus Calloway, that damned rat. It's the name that makes Akanese tremble right after mine. Captain Calloway, the Empress's fist, commands the DPG like a predator, stalking in the shadows of King's Vale. That's okay. I'll do it for them. I'll do it for you guys. I'll read. It's okay. As we say around these parts, fear the veteran in a game where men die young. And this bastard doesn't just survive, he thrives, leaving a trail of shattered gangs and urban legends. Picture this, the Black Beak. The savages who terrorized Madtail Canyon fell into an explosive trap that buried them under tons of rock. The Shadow Cartel, masters of train heists, ended up drowned in the, I don't know how to say that, Pay-on-Pay Rapids. Their train turned into a coffin drifting downstream, and the Phoenix, the Phoenix, he infiltrated their ranks like a wolf in disguise, earning their trust with smooth lies, only to stab them in the back and burn everything they built. At 40, this slimy beast keeps me from sleeping soundly. 6 years ago, we crossed paths for the last time in a bloodbath that marked us both. He took my eye. I tore off his arm, but we're nowhere near settling the score. He doesn't fight like the idiots in the DGP. Nah, sending cannon fodder while he pulls strings from behind. I know he's got me in his sights, plotting with a checkmate in the dark. I sleep with one eye open, the good one, waiting for his gun at my temple or a noose around my neck. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the southern stuff's kind of easier because I do live in the southeast of the U.S., so I'm actually from the Northeast, but like the longer I live here, I kind of get more of like a twinge to my voice, kind of the way I say things sometimes. So sometimes my accents get like mixed up, which is kind of crazy, and words like sound weird because it's like northern and southern like colliding into like some jumbled sloppy sandwich of a word. But yeah, this is really cool. I love the stylization of the fingers here, how they come out to a point. You can see the missing arm here. The gradients are really cool here, and also reflecting with the rim lights here. Like the lighting is really cool. Like I really like this. It's very dramatic. You have the really good foreshortening here. Awesome stuff. Let's go ahead to the next one here, and here's his full-on character sheet. Ooh, I really like this pose here. This pose is really, really neat. Really like this. I also like how his gun kind of looks like it's made out of wood, which is kind of cool. I don't think it actually is. I think it's more like a rust-colored kind of gun, but it just kind of gives me that vibe, which is really neat. Golden Maid. La Ballada de los Traidores. Hopefully I said that right. Captain Calloway. And then we got like, the different expressions and whatnot. He's like very serious, very calculated here. We can see his arm that's missing. Nice. This is always Nixie always does like super great work. I love their style as well. It's like absolutely fantastic. I kind of want to do like a project maybe one day where we all kind of have like a hand in it, where we all like work on things, like when we come together. Because like I really want to make like a company, so I want to like hire you guys to do like different aspects of different things. So that's kind of like one of my goals in mind with these streams of my art community is to, like I said, to get famous enough that I can get the capital so I can hire you guys and we can have our own entertainment business here. So yeah, make sure you guys check out Painting Nixie. They also do commissions, but keep in mind that they are also in college here, so it might take a little bit of time. All right, next up here we have Madman's Miscellaneous. They didn't write anything, which is totally fine. Ooh, this is cool. So, this is what a chihuahua looks to me all the time. Because I'm actually kind of like scared of chihuahuas because like they bite because they're like scared of everything. Or they're like, they always look like they're going to break like if you like touch them or whatever. But yeah, definitely. I can see what you're saying, Carla, with the Slender Man vibes, like the kind of like sketching style, and we got like the eye overlooking here. Big Boss doesn't loves people. Aw, well, one of these days, maybe one of these days, I'll get to meet your pups, and I'll make sure I pet them and snuggle them. Ooh, we got like an expressive. Looks like this might be either watercolor or a mixture of different media here. Just turned 5. Aw. So this is really neat. Really expressive here. I love that it's like mostly like the warm colors, and then you got like a couple dashes of like the cooler like wine or purple colors here. Nice. I like it. This is cool. It kind of, this kind of thing, like this kind of art where it's more abstract and it's very subjective. Like, I'm kind of imagining, like, say, like a burning, like, hallway with, like, bits of, like, debris, like, crisscrossing. And then maybe there's, like, something that's, like, a little bit, like, either farther back or closer to the foreground here. And that's why it's a little bit darker. So it's really cool. Like abstract art is really neat to like interpret. And these are like super cool here. Like I could definitely see things like this turn into like like when I go to do like a horror project, like this could be really cool like eldritch or like body horror kind of like creatures and whatnot, because we got like a mouth here. This kind of looks like an ear over here. We got like the kind of like almost like sarlacc pit kind of like mouth going on over here, and then it's like all kind of like stitched together, and then down here is almost like a hand kind of thing too, with some like eyes like sprinkled in. Really cool. And then the outside kind of reminds me of like a heart monitor. So like like almost like a like this thing is like beating and pulsing, and this is the representation of that in the background. Really cool stuff. Oh, I gotta get some more water. Sorry. But yeah, it's really, really neat. Ooh, this one's cool here too. This looks like this kind of reminds me of like these different little faces here of like the Shimigamis in Death Note. Kind of like, the different how they have like the different faces that are almost kind of like mask alike, and then the whole thing looks like it almost makes up like a head too, where it has like it's like one big head, and then it has like multiple little heads that are like kind of sprouting from different spots, which is also like a really really neat idea. And then like the eyes for like the actual head are like kind of like they're hollow, like there's an actual like eyeballs in there, which is really cool. I like this. Awesome work. Well, thank you so much, Batman's Miscellaneous, for submitting your artwork here. I really like analyzing and interpreting your artwork here. I think it's super, super neat. Yeah, it's good stuff. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see more from you next week. Alrighty. And then we have Carla up next. Hell yeah, I'm excited to see your stuff here. I'm glad that you made the stream so you could be here to participate as well. Carla wrote, thought I'd share some of my old frame by frame animations. I don't do frame by frame as much anymore because I got a new program, but I still love these. Hey, I absolutely appreciate stuff like this. Ooh, it's so smooth. Wow, it looks really, really good. I'm always very, very impressed with everybody that does like animations. I need to try this at some point. I've just got so many projects to work on, and I want to dip my toes in absolutely everything, but I just don't have the time. This is adorable. You know what? Uh, do you do have a VGen? I might when I get some money next time, I'm gonna hit you up to see if I could get like animated like either little like emotes or badges or something for the channel if you would be interested in that. I'll just have to find out your rates and then I can save up and get them from you because I think that would be really neat to apply your work. So waiting to get verified so I can add more services right now. I'm at my max. Do you need more followers on VGen to get verified? Sorry, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to go to your profile real quick so I can follow you on VGen here. You know what? I'll do that off stream so I don't like dox your stuff. But yeah, I'll go to your VGen as soon as I finish stream, and I'll give you a follow and whatnot, so I can, and I'll bookmark your VGen page so I can hit you up. Damn, I can't even get to into VGen, so congratulations, and I hope they hurry up because you're super talented. I really really like your work here. Oh, this is so cute. I love this. I love like the little ear attachments here and how the ears are like heart shaped and the little thing at the top is heart shaped. That is so cute. And I also love the little round things you use here that you use to show that it's almost like a like kind of like a motion blur. It's so cute. I love this. Let's go to the next one here. Oh, wow, these are impressive. I really like these. And I love your color choices. Your colors are always like so fantastic, so cool, very, very unique. I love your style. Your style is fantastic. Her ears float, and when she gets sad, they break. Oh, wow. That's impressive. That's so cool and so creative. Wow, this one looks like it'd be difficult to do because it's like very 3D. Like you gotta hopping around in like different planes here. I love that it's got like a little mask going on, and you managed to keep like its markings like all in the right place from every single angle. That is super impressive. Yeah, I'll definitely see if I can commission you for some animated gifs or things for my channel. We're gonna get you verified on VGen. We'll make that one of our group goals here. We'll get you verified on VGen. We're gonna work on every single person's project. We're gonna make everybody's dreams come true. That's my goal. So that is everything from Rainbow Dog, aka Carla here. As you can see, Carla is super cool, super, super talented. I am looking forward to commissioning you when I get the chance. Like I said, after I get a stream, I will follow your VGen. I will take a look at your rates, and I will save up, and I will definitely hit you up. I'm so happy that you're here in the stream. Sorry, if I take a little pause in between, it's because my throat really isn't feeling great. So, all right. Last but not least, we have Smetanka. Sorry you had to wait all the way to the end here, but hey, you're a great one to finish this off here. Of course, I'm going to go back and reload it just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So Smetaka wrote, I didn't show up to this post right away, only to finish this art first, to bring it to the table. Strangely enough, TikTok loved this one, while here it flopped miserably. Algorithm sucks. Will I take a rest? Nah, I already started another sketch. Hell yeah. Grinding away. Ooh, I really, really like this. This is really cool. Yeah, like social media is super weird. So, like, I have the most followers on Instagram. I get the most interaction on Twitter, and like my TikToks do okay, but I don't really get a lot of like actual interaction. Like some TikToks get like a ton of views, while others like nobody looks at. I don't know. It's interesting. Literally right now, finished a new sketch. You get the most interaction on Tumblr. Oh, I can see why, especially with your like your style and whatnot. Carla, that like I think that's what it is. I think certain like styles like do better on like different platforms, like that kind of thing. Like, of course, you want to try to like put your stuff up on as many platforms as possible to try to bring more traffic in. But it's just yeah, Twitter's really weird. Like Twitter's like also like a really like negative space in general, so it's kind of like a depressing place. So that's like the whole goal of like my Twitter is to have like a positive place for the art community for people to come and hang out. Uh, you know, Stop treating each other as competition and as compatriots and as peers, and maybe consider like working together. Like I know a lot of us like to like go the lone wolf route, but that's how companies are formed and made, like animation teams and video games. It's all a team effort. So yeah, exactly. Rising tides lifts all boats. Exactly. But for to get the most attention, I try to just stay with art and try to be nice to everyone. As you should. I mean, hey, you're just a good person, Bensy. I mean, that really shows like, how much attention and how much interaction you get is because you're super kind to everyone and everybody really, really appreciates that, that kind of thing. So kindness goes a long way. And I try to do that the best I can too. You know, I I used to be a more negative person when I was younger, and I had to like take the time to like evaluate and really like switch up like my lifestyle, and a lot of it actually had to do with like the type of people I was hanging around. And I kind of realized that those people were like toxic. So oh yeah, you talk to a ton of people on Discord. I need to spend some more time like interacting in Discord and whatnot. Like, I also, here I am preaching like don't be a lone wolf, and here I am not like interacting enough on my own things. So I don't know. I think it's because like I don't know. I'm always like grinding away like on stuff. Like when I'm off stream, I'm always like working on some sort of project, or I'm exercising because I'm trying to get back into shape. I want to feel good about myself so I can feel good about like my artwork. So anyway, back to Smetaka's art. I am so sorry. I get off on like tangents. I blame the ADHD. But I love that you chose like the blues and the purples for Batman versus the orange in the background. The orange and red is a super good choice. I love that this is like a very like graphic style of composition. Excuse me, sorry, I'm like have hiccups here too for some reason. And then this looks like almost like it's like water here, and then you have a reflection of like the orange across the water. everything is very well like separated with color, saturation, and values, so it looks super super good. And you have like of course like the two different personalities here. You have the very stoic, very serious Batman versus the very like, you know, playful and chaotic Joker. I love that you gave him of course the curls on his coattails. Excellent work. And it also looks like you did like a blend of the different types of Jokers as well. Like his outfit is giving kind of like the Joker movie kind of like stylization, but his actual like face reminds me more of like the accurate Joker here, which is awesome. So this is absolutely great. Ooh, yeah. Well, I think this would be good as like a print too, or if it was like a sticker. These white part here, if you made those like part of like the cutout, I think that would be really cool as like a way to like make a sticker, like especially like put on like a laptop or something. Like if you put it in there. Thank you. I'm not using bright colors often, so I'm glad you like it. Hey, it's really difficult to use bright colors and not have them like clash, or like, you know, you have different levels of saturation here, which is really nice. To be honest, the Joker is more like my version of his design. Yeah, I like it. Hey, you did a great job though. Yeah, you should definitely make it merch for sure. Like I think it'd be really neat. Like this would be really good as like, you know, one of those like metal like style prints or frames. I think that would work really well with this. Or you know, like I said, have this be like transparent, and then having like a light behind it would be really cool too. You could also make like, say if you took like different parts of this, like say if you wanted to do the Joker as like an acrylic stand, that would be cool too. Like if you got rid of like the background elements altogether and made just like Batman and the Joker as like an acrylic stand, I think that would do really well. Those things are cool too. All right, so that was everything from Smetanka here. Unless you submitted the new sketch, I'm gonna do a reload here to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. If you want to get into merch, there's a website called Vograce that makes really, really nice bulk keychains and stickers. Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm going to bring that up on my other thing over here because I kind of want to make some merch. I'm not good at it, but maybe I might actually be better than I think. I don't know. All right, hell yeah. Nice. Well, I will sign up for that. So thank you so much for the info on that. All right, so we got SJM, we got Jupiter, we got Ware Tree. I'm just making sure we didn't miss anybody here. Did not look what we. Do you mind if I go to your profile, Smetaka? Did you post that sketch? I kind of want to see it if that's okay. Awesome. Hell yeah. I'm going to check it out. Ooh. So we have another Joker here. Oh, we have him as a card. Oh, that's crazy. I like that. That's so cool. And then you use that as inspiration? Hell yeah. I see, I see. Nice. Muy bonita. He's looking so pretty. I like it. That's amazing. Thank you for letting me look at that. That's awesome. All right, you guys. Let me get you guys in the lobby here because my throat is feeling it. Oh my goodness, where is everything? I'm so disorganized right now. There we go. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for another amazing ArtShare stream. I look forward to this every single week. Uh, seeing your art makes me feel better, even though I'm sick. So I absolutely appreciate it. Make sure that you tell all of your artist friends, like even the ones that are shy, be like, hey, please post your art. I want to show it off to the world. When I am a big time VTuber streamer here, we'll be able to show it to everybody, and then you guys will gain traction. You'll be able to make your dreams come true. That is my goal. For people that are new or people watching this later on YouTube, I have a pin post on my Twitter/X every single week where you can drop your artwork and I will review them. As I've done on the stream, say nice things about it, interact with you guys, get to know each other. I do not stream on Sundays, so I will be back on Monday. Maybe we'll work on some more spoopy stuff, or maybe we'll start the vote to see what I should work on as actual illustrations for this month. If you like the kind of content I do, follow me to see when I go live. Consider subscribing. My goal is to get 10 subscribers. We're pushing for partner here. Other than that, I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to catch you on Monday. Bye bye bye.